Fraser Centrepoint Trust. Okay, so this one is actually quite local centric. They have nice suburban malls. They have all the point. Do you know what's the funny thing here is this? This is called Fraser Centrepoint REIT. And I'm not sure you all know, actually Centrepoint is actually not inside. Okay, I always find it very, very interesting. It's called a Centrepoint REIT, but the Centrepoint itself, okay, the building Centrepoint is actually not inside. So there's actually 9 of them. Last time used to be all point. So now they have the non-points also have already. You have Century Square, Hougang Mall, so all these are so added in. And they also have an office tower, Central Plaza. Okay, so this, if I'm not wrong, is I think it's attached to Tiong Bahru Plaza. So they are no longer a pure retail properties. So 9 properties mainly, 6.2 billion. Okay, this is and of course the occupancy is 97.5. So this is the main thing I'm looking at. So same things. Number one, look at the properties. So where are the properties on Singapore, and occupancy 97.5, which I think will definitely pass my test. Now they have a very small exposure in this Hectare REIT. Hectare REIT is a Malaysian REIT, but I go and check, it's actually quite negligible. It's less than 1% of their portfolio size. Okay, so basically this REIT is also investing in another REIT which is in Malaysia. Okay, but the exposure is very small. Okay, the amount of investment is only like less than 1% of the total portfolio size. Okay, so predominantly we are looking at this 10 properties for this REIT. So I do the same process, the dividend profile. Everything is good except for the, as you can see, the COVID years. So which you ask me is acceptable. Okay? Can you see the dividend is actually increasing very nicely, then come to COVID pump drop. But of course, we all know that COVID is a one-off event, so it's something that I can accept. I don't think this is a deal breaker again. Over the last 6 months, it also has improved. Net property income improved, net income improved. Okay, something that I'd like to see. Okay, now, if you take a look at the outlook, so I basically just go and Google outlook for retail. It's not a perfect site. Again, something you all have to take into consideration. End of the day, we are not here trying to find the perfect REIT, as I mentioned. Also, if you want to find a perfect REIT, it's almost like finding a perfect husband or a perfect wife. Then you'll never get married. Okay, so it's about trying to understand and see whether you can accept or not. So like in this case, they actually did mention that the price index of retail space for Q4 2022 actually shrank. That means the rental prices, but this is generic. This is generic, not just on the malls itself, not just on the Fraser Centrepoint malls, but it actually shrank. The prices going down. Okay, and yet the vacancy also going down. Okay, but it is what it is. This is reported. So my conclusion for here is this: don't expect very high growth. So I would say the Fraser Centrepoint one, the growth is a lot more muted. You don't expect. In fact, I should be quite happy that the rental don't drop. It seems to suggest that. And even if it doesn't drop, you don't expect very high growth for rental. So for those who think that, wow, after COVID, the retail shop, the rental is going to shoot up, based on this article, this is not likely. But if you're happy with the current dividend, I think this is still a good REIT to invest in. So again, is this the best situation? No. Can I accept this? Yes, something I can accept. So the same 4 points: leverage 33% past less than 40, interest cover 5.19 more than 3, debt is 71%. That is hedged to fixed interest rate. Again, very good. So I like the properties. It's not the perfect, don't have high growth, but I can accept. Pass my financial test, pricing test. I did the same thing. Okay, so based on the last 12 months, dividends is 12.227 cents. Current price 2.17. Dividend yield is 5.6%. Okay. So when I calculate fair yield, so this is what happened here. I look at past 5 years, I will take out the outlier lah. I will take out the outlier. So as you can see, 2020 is an obvious outlier. So generally speaking, the yield is about 5%. Can you see? About 5%. Suddenly gone 3.7. I think this is a bit too low. I'll take out. So the fair yield, I actually calculate this fair yield is without this 3.7%.